Great. So I promised in a couple of the earlier videos to give you a little bit of something of my backstory. How did I end up as a business coach, and why is that great and meaningful? So I'll go a long way back. So at the age of 13, my father passed away, obviously very young. Meant I had to make a lot of decisions, being the man of the house, as they would say. Went to work at my uncle's bakery, evenings and weekends. Loved it. Got me out of the house, earned some money, gave me a reason to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning and cycle down the dual carriageway to the bakery. And that was kind of the start of my desire, if you will, to learn and to work. I did that until I was 18. Then I started an apprenticeship. Apprenticeships are frowned on these days. They're not necessarily seen as a route to a great job, but I can tell you that it was one of the best experiences that I personally ever had. And that was where I started my first business, manufacturing little symbols for the front of MG sports cars that said MG Owners Club and the name of the person that was owning the car. So quite entrepreneurial from an early age. I went through various roles until I started my first business in my mid-20s. My first registered business in my mid-20s. And that one ran along for 3 or 4 years, eventually sold that to an American company. Now, that was the start of a whole series of things which, personally affected me quite badly. So we made it to 2009 with a really nicely built business, turning over a decent amount of money, 19 or 20 people in the company. And the crash in 2009, unfortunately, took that business down, partly because a lot of our product was stored in America. So you can imagine the conversations. We've raised some money, we've built a business, we've got a marketing strategy, we're winning clients, then all of a sudden the whole thing comes to a halt overnight. And so entire company was laid off, made redundant. We closed the doors just after Christmas in 2010. Probably one of the toughest periods that I personally have ever been through. But of course, these things teach you a lot, right? These are all lessons in life and lessons in business. And so we went out for some funding, found a venture capitalist to put up some money. We bought the old business back, and we paid off all the suppliers, and we started that business all over again. Now, unfortunately, we weren't out of the recession at that point, and there was a lot of dirty water to swim through, I guess you'd probably say. And so that business didn't make it. So I'd lost 2 in a row. Didn't give up. I'm innately curious about things, how things work, how business works, how mechanical things work, and that led me to go and work for a little-known company called Apple Computer. And Apple taught me everything that I've ever learned about dealing with large organizations. So how do you penetrate a large company and sell product to them? It was a great experience for 3 or 4 years there, and it led me to leave and start my next business. So I'm now on business number 4. And so life is about lessons, right? If you're being coached by me, we'll talk a lot about the identity iceberg and what makes you you, and what you can do to make you more of you, and to make you better to be the person that you need to be to reach your goals. So all those years of experience, all those years of learning, came to a head in about 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, another bunch of personal crises in my life. My brother was diagnosed with Parkinson's, my mother died. A whole series of things that cause you to kind of rethink what you do. And I decided to turn all of that experience into helping others. And I guess if I look back, that's probably been my reason for doing everything I've done ultimately, is to help others out. And so now I get to help other people be successful. I help to coach other people to achieve their dreams, and in the process, I achieve my own. And this is, this morning I got a WhatsApp message from a client, and the message simply said, "Thanks, couldn't have done it without you." That is why I'm a business coach. I hope that was meaningful. Lots more we could talk about in there, I'm sure. And if we get to work together, then I'll give you the rest of the backstory.